What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a very exciting new Liverpool transfer news video because Lutsharel Geertruida is going to be potentially one of Arne's first signings at Liverpool. He was spotted at the West Ham Liverpool game and of course that got the rumors going, and he's actually a very good player, 23 years old. He can play every position across the back four. He has mainly played as a right back for Feyenoord, and listen to this, as a right back he has 8 goals and 5 assists this season for Feyenoord in 45 games. That's really impressive, and in the Eredivisie that's where he scored most of his goals. In 32 games in the Dutch league he has 7 goals and 5 assists, and he's only 23 years old, 184 centimeters tall, and he's at the perfect age of his career. And multiple reports in the Netherlands are now linking Geertrudia to Liverpool, and they are claiming that he could be the first signing of Arne, and he is worth around 25 million pounds, or at least Feyenoord would sell him for 25 million pounds. And journalist Dean Jones has said the fact that he was at Liverpool's game with West Ham has obviously got people talking. It's easy to connect the dots to suggest he could be moving to Liverpool by following Arne Slot. At this stage that would be jumping ahead about 4 steps, because I think he was at the game on his own time. But people I've spoken to in the Netherlands say it would not be a surprise if he was pushing for a move like that, because he's very ambitious. One of the good things about him as a defender is his versatility, and one of the promising things about him as a transfer target would be that he does not hold a huge value in the market. He could probably be landed for around 25 million pounds. So he is a player that definitely Liverpool should keep an eye on. And he was born in Feyenoord. He came through the Feyenoord Youth Academy and he made his professional debut in the 2017-18 season. So he is now close to 200 games in the Eredivisie as a 23-year-old. That means that he's already very experienced, and he's a Dutch international player. He's playing for the Netherlands alongside Virgil van Dijk and Cody Gakpo, so he already has friends in the Liverpool dressing room. He predominantly plays as a right back, and one of his greatest strengths is how versatile he is. He can play centre half, right back, left back, right wing back, and even defensive midfield. So he could cover pretty much all kinds of positions, just like Joe Gomez. During this season he played 70% of his games at right back, 25% at centre half, and just 5% as left back. And it's easy to see why Liverpool are so interested in him, because he has great defensive numbers and he also offers a great attacking threat, as evidenced by his 8 goals and 5 assists this season. 12 goal contributions in 32 games from a defender is really impressive in the Dutch league this season. And what is also interesting is that 4 goals he scored from set pieces and 3 goals he scored from open play. So he can bump up and down the right wing and he can offer an offensive threat. Of course we are not going to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold with Geertrudia, but he could be a really good option, and this would leave Joe Gomez as potentially one of our centre backs next season. Plus, this would free up Trent Alexander-Arnold to move into midfield permanently. We don't know whether Arne Slot will use Trent as a main right back or a midfielder, but even as a holding midfielder, a defensive playmaker if you like, Trent Alexander-Arnold would be excellent. And in Geertrudia, Liverpool would have a player who could offer a similar goal threat to Trent Alexander-Arnold from right back, and we could utilize Trent's amazing passing range from the middle of the pitch more often in that way. And I mean, it's a curious coincidence that I don't think it's a coincidence that shortly after Arne Slot was announced to become the next Liverpool manager, that the agreement has been reached between Feyenoord and Liverpool. That was the news on social media and various journalists reported it. Shortly after that, Geertrudia went to London to watch the West Ham United Liverpool game. So that's a strange coincidence, don't you think? And Dutch journalist Marcel van der Kraan thinks thinks that Geertrudia has all the attributes to be a success in the Premier League. I think the chance that Geertrudia will go to the Premier League is greater than 50%. He's on the right radar and he has done a fantastic job in the Dutch national team and in the Champions League. He's a guy who is the best fit for the Premier League physically of all the Feyenoord players. I don't have any doubts about Geertrudia. I've seen him play so much. And Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Leipzig submitted an official bid for Geertrudia last summer, but they were ultimately unsuccessful in their approach because Feyenoord rejected the bid. Barcelona were also said to be keeping tabs on Geertrudia, but they never made an official bid. And Dirk Kuyt, who is very well connected because he's a Dutch football manager, watches the Eredivisie, and he used to work there and play there as well. We have a lot of talented players. Dirk Kuyt was at Feyenoord winning the league title when Geertrudia broke through the first team. Normally in Holland, the majority of players coming to the Premier League come from Ajax. However, my team Feyenoord are doing quite well lately. They managed to win the league last season. They are also doing very well this season, but we shouldn't underestimate PSV. These two teams have a lot of talent. As far as Feyenoord are concerned, there's Geertrudia. He's just like me back in the day. He's a very talented player. I think he will definitely make the step to a big team in Europe next season, or at least next summer. And it's well documented in the Dutch league that Geertrudia wants to play in the Premier League, and he thinks he's ready to make the next step in his career, and he's desperate to join Arne in making the move to Liverpool. And looking at his statistics, his averages per 90 minutes this season, he averages 89% pass completion rate, which is really, really impressive. Percentage of dribbles tackled, 68%. He averages 7.7 progressive passes per 90 minutes, 2.7 shot creating actions, 1.4 tackles per 90 minutes, 1 key passes, and also 0.2 goals per 90 minutes, which is really, really impressive. And Liverpool are letting Joao Matip go on a free transfer. He's on a £100,000 per week contract, and Thiago is on like £250,000 per week. His contract also runs out as well, so Liverpool will have some wages getting freed up in the summer. But of course, we will need to sign, in my opinion, a centre-back, a top defensive midfielder, and a very good winger who can score goals and get assists. And managers have already said that defensive reinforcements are the priority for Liverpool this summer, which I really, really like. Geertrudia is already earning £42,000 per week at Feyenoord, which is a really good wage considering that he's playing in the Eredivisie. And I think if we would bring Trent back to midfield and play Geertrudia and have him compete with Conor Bradley at the right back spot, that would be a really, really good combination for Liverpool next season. And Feyenoord are a possession dominant team, and usually defenders playing in a possession dominant team don't have great defensive metrics because they just don't have as many chances to arrive into defensive situations. Geertrudia possesses a very impressive win rate when it comes to aerial duels and ground duels, and that's a big reason why Feyenoord can maintain one of the best defensive records in the Eredivisie, and their numbers are even better than last season where Feyenoord won the league. But this season, just PSV Eindhoven are just having an absolute outlier season. They are having such a hot form throughout the season. They hardly ever draw a game, never mind lose a game. They only have one loss, a few draws, and the rest are absolutely incredible win rate percentage by PSV Eindhoven. So he's 6'1" tall, not 6'3". He's 185 centimeters tall, and he was always a goal threat because he broke through the Feyenoord first team in 2017-18. In his first full season where he played a lot of games, he didn't score, but in his second season, 2020-21, he scored 8 goals in 37 games. Then 4 goals 2 seasons ago, 3 goals last season, and this season again 8 goals in own competitions, which is really impressive. And he already has 7 games for the Dutch national team as well. So he's an international footballer who has, of course, a lot of experience already. He won the Dutch league with Feyenoord. He won the Dutch Cup twice with Feyenoord, and the Johan Cruyff Shield in 2018, which is like the Dutch Super Cup equivalent. According to Transfermarkt, his current value is around 32 million euros, which is around 25 million pounds. Let me know in the comments below what kind of positions would you want Liverpool to sign players in, and who, if you have any preference, which players do you want Liverpool to sign? And I still can't get over the fact that this Man United team, which was absolutely thrashed and destroyed by Crystal Palace, Liverpool played Man United 3 times. And we drew twice and lost once to the worst Man United team since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. So probably for the past 10 years, this is the worst Man United team. They are on course to have their worst points tally in like 30 years or 25 years, something crazy. And one of the reasons why Liverpool haven't won the Premier League title is because we couldn't beat absolutely awful teams like Manchester United, home and away as well. It's absolutely criminal that we didn't beat them. For example, one statistic, Virgil van Dijk has been dribbled past twice all season in 3,000 minutes, and Casemiro was dribbled past 4 times in the first half against Crystal Palace. So in one half, Casemiro got dribbled past twice as much as Virgil van Dijk all season. That statistic just blew my mind. Absolutely incredible. And Roy Keane, who is usually very critical about everything when it comes to Liverpool, he actually praised Jurgen Klopp, which surprised me because usually he doesn't like praising Liverpool. But he said, look at the bigger picture and look what he has done, Jurgen Klopp has done for Liverpool, and it is fantastic. We talk about the type of football he has played. It's been very entertaining. He's giving young players a chance. They are back competing at the highest level, and he won some of the biggest prizes. He has also missed out on many trophies, and he has been close. This is a proper roller coaster for him, and one of his strengths is that he's an emotional guy. We see that on the sideline with him. He's a very honest manager. I don't think he plays too many games. He's not like this robot after games where he's almost just media trained. He seems a very honest manager. I always try to picture, if I was a player back in the day, I think I would have loved to play for this guy. Huge respect for what he has done with the club, from his personality to style of football. They are back competing at the highest level. They have had disappointments like every other football club. And yes, Liverpool fell away in the last few weeks. It's probably hard to stomach for a lot of fans. The European games, the recent losses in the Premier League, the Crystal Palace, the Everton loss, it leaves a sour taste in many of the Liverpool fans' mouth. But if you step back and look at the bigger picture, in 9 years, Jurgen Klopp has won 8 trophies, and he has entertained us fans to an absolutely brilliant degree, and we will never forget this time was the best time in my life of supporting Liverpool. The football that we played and just everything about Liverpool FC was an absolute joy. What a ride it has been, and hopefully we can send Jurgen Klopp off to the sunset with a couple of victories, and that is a perfect way to end this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.